Hello, Dr. Pie. What are you doing today? Come on, let's show us something. I think you've been up to something quite cool, I hear. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
That's better. So, another week, another video. Just put these on just to look cool. And yeah, off we go. So, yeah, cup of tea. Tea for me. So you've probably guessed the title of this week's wonderful video. I'd already written YouTube downloader thumbget.py, which used the API to retrieve video thumbnails and descriptions from a given channel. I'm using mine because of copyright or terms of use, I think it's called by YouTube. Anyway, let's have a look at what's been written. I'll do this little talky bit first. When you get bored, we'll look at the screen. So, this was the final piece of the jigsaw really for my YouTube API project, and we get thumbnails, descriptions, we put them in a PDF, a multi-page PDF, and we use FPDF. Why do we use that? Well, it's already written, and it outputs one thumbnail, one bit of text per page. So I'm just going to show you what I made earlier, and then we'll go to the screen and we'll go in and have a look at the actual code and so on. So let's find one that we've already made, and where is it? Have I deleted it? That was a bit stupid. That was very fucking stupid. Well, you know what this means, don't you? It means I'm going to have to run it. I'm just there we go, and you'll see a progress bar in a minute. It's not downloading them, they've already been downloaded by my first program. This is the new program, so there's 3 in total. This is program 3, which does that. All done. Please check root folder for output PDF. Output PDF, and as if by magic, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6. So we've got my logo at the top, we've got the YouTube link in text format, then we've got an image with an href behind it. So if I click the href, what the sorry, that's not the PDF failing, that's because I've fired up the VM again and it's lost the network connection. I don't know why this happens, but anyway, back to where were we? Yeah, let's see it open for us, shall we? So this PDF has 34 pages, 34 I think, and yeah, so each page has got the image, oh yeah, and the description. Let's scroll down. So we've got the description. It doesn't handle every single Unicode character perfectly, so you may find an odd square, but it's got like the music symbols there, which is good. It's got some Russian language there as well, so yeah, it's handled it pretty well. Yeah, I think I've shown you, I've given you a taste for what it can do. So without further ado, I'm going to shut the and take these off, and I'm going to take you across to the screen. And I had one comment from somebody grumbling about the sound quality on the bit where I talk to the camera. He said plug in a microphone basically. Well, my camera's so old it doesn't have one, so in response to him, hello, can you hear me now? Right, so welcome to another, right, here we go. Let's just keep everyone happy, shall we? So I've had one or two comments about the sound quality on these videos, so the bit where I talk to the camera I can do little about. Anyway, enough moaning. What are we looking at today? We're looking at, let me show you the output and we'll work backwards because you want to see what it does. You want to see what I've been up to, don't you? So, we've got a PDF, 35-page PDF called Output PDF. Where the hell did that come from and what's the point of it? Well, let's open it up again, shall we? View it 100%. Right, so 35 pages, as you can see from the top left corner. Nice little logo there with a hyperlink, that's nice. We've got a YouTube link which is just text. It's text of the link to the video. For instance, if you printed this PDF out, you might want to see the link. If you read it on your computer or on your tablet or iPad or what the hell ever, then hover over the photo because the photo takes you to the video. Let's just choose a good tune to have a look at. So there we go. We've got Linkin Park in the end. There's all the text, the description unique to this video. And let's go and watch it, shall we? I don't think there'll be any sound, which is good because otherwise I'll get busted for copyright and lots of moaning from YouTube, which nobody really wants, do they? Well, you might, but I don't. So yeah, why did I choose this channel, you may ask? Well, very good question. 35 videos. Different images to look at. Some Russian text in there, so it forced me to handle Unicode. 35 images was a nice number to process, and it came to about 7.8 megabytes, so I could email it if I needed to somebody who may have been interested. How did I make it? Well, you can probably see the output here left over from when I ran it. So yeah, when I run it, Python 3 PDF underscore demo.py, you'll see I had a choice of loads of different folders. They're ones which I'd made earlier, shall we say. You have to choose an existing folder with this because it needs to find the thumbnails to put into the PDF, it needs to find the descriptions, and also it references a JSON file which you may have seen in a previous video. The JSON file contains the video ID, the video description and the video title, and they are from inside of the snippet resource, which is part of the YouTube API structure. Okay, I'll just run it again just so you can admire the work. So here we go. Let's make that full screen. I hope you can see the bottom of this. Actually, no, let's just do clear. Clear like everyone does on their really professional videos, not like this. Okay, so sudo python 3 pdf underscore demo.py. Choose one of these. I have to make sure I choose the right one because otherwise you will end up with just nonsense. Gamazda, here we go. And it's listed all of the video titles, and now it's showing you a progress bar as it inserts the thumbnail images and the descriptions into the PDF. It's a multi-page PDF. All done. Please check root folder for output. Okay, and then as you can see, there's no cheating here. 1853, so it's just made it. It's not the one I made earlier. Yeah, you still don't believe me. Let's do another one then. T4 was just my test one that I was running. Let's do that one, shall we? So there's only 6 videos in that one. Down in the bottom right, the progress, that's out of 20. That was just my default. That doesn't mean there were 20 videos, it's just a 20th. So each 1 out of 20 is obviously 5% of the progress. Probably boring you now anyway. Let's have a look at output PDF of that then. So 1854, it's overwritten the previous one, which is fine. And here we go, 6 PDFs of some nonsense. You might recognise that mug, but that's not my problem. Okay, so we've made a PDF for a channel about somebody playing piano, and we've made a PDF for somebody who fixes broken fences. So as you can see, it works for any channel, but obviously I'm only going to use it for my channel because that's just for my own backup purposes and I don't want to infringe any terms of use for YouTube or anything like that. Okay, so I'm just going to pause it here and have a slurp of tea and then we'll look at the code. Right, here we go. So sudo idle. I'm using idle because it's nice and clear on the screen. In case anybody questions why I use idle. I'm not Visual Studio or PyCharm or anything else. I don't really think it matters that much, to be honest. If any of you think otherwise, then I'd be interested to hear, but I really don't think it matters that much. Okay, codecs, I don't actually need that, but I'll take that out later. Import OS, that was to look at the directory of the YouTube downloads because it needs to list the available folders in the YouTube downloads directory because you have to choose one of those. Because that's going to be your source for the thumbnails and for the descriptions. From FPDF, import FPDF. That's what makes the PDF, so we'll see that in a minute. TQDM, you might have seen that in the last video or the one before that. That's the progress bar. I still need to just fine tune that a bit. Import JSON, good old JSON. Import Unicode data, I think I didn't use that in the end. An import time. I can't remember why I used time. That may have been for the progress bar. I'll go back and gradually remove those and see if it breaks it, but I'm not going to do that now because it's boring. So I've made a class. The examples you may find online will just show functions. So I've made it object oriented. Create a class, PDF maker, PDF name, output PDF. You can obviously change that. You could change it to be the name of, yeah. I've only finished this today, so what I could do next is actually just change it so that it is self.pdf name actually becomes whatever the answer to this is. So we list the directories for the user to choose one of the directories which has already been created by the YouTube thumbnail thumbget downloader. So ask user, enter the name of folder that you want to use. I'll do some error capturing here as well. This is very raw. Enter the name of the folder, create the path. There are so many files, I need to do that still. Add a progress bar, take that out. Why did I do that? Full file in the directory, if file ends with JPEG. Oh, I've just got the JPEG names. So I'm going to use the JPEG names. Obviously when I create the PDF. So I'm getting the JPEG names and I'm storing them in a dictionary. And then we make the PDF. So really it's list directories, ask a user which directory they want to use. Then we open up the description JSON file which was produced whilst the thumbnails and descriptions and optionally the videos were being downloaded. So we open that JSON file, we load it into a dictionary, mdic, and then we start the PDF. So we call FPDF, and then we loop through the items in the JSON, what came from the JSON file from the description.json, which contained the title, the ID, and the video description. And we're setting them up there. So what we have here is we have values within values. It's like a nested dictionary. So I might actually do a separate video on this little section because it's yeah, took a little bit of trial and error because you've got keys and values of the outer dictionary, and then you've got values of the inner dictionary, and then you've got values inside that. May have been a better way of doing it, but that actually was quite quick once I worked it out. Add page, so it's multi-page, so we add the first page still within the for loop. We had a logo, so that's my website logo. Image path, that is the path to the image of the thumbnail vid, and .jpeg. So the name of the JPEG is the same as the name of the video ID. Obviously the file extension's extra, but the video ID is the same as the JPEG names. PDF.image, you specify the path to the image. That's the positioning of it. And yes, and then you append that there with youtube.com/watch v equals and then the vid. So that adds the link to the image.
So when you see the PDF, you can click on the image in the PDF and it will open up YouTube and take you straight to the video. I added that font. I had a lot of problems with Unicode, UTF-8 errors. A little bit of hunting around, I found this, and one of the bits of advice was to upgrade to FPDF version 2, and wittingly I'd been using 1.7, so yeah, this works with 2. PDF cell, again 180, so that's the X value. No, it's not, it's the Y value. 15 is the height. Text equals YouTube plus. What am I on about? 180, 15 text. Oh, line left. Yeah, so that's actually putting the cell is 180 wide by 15 high. It makes cells, a bit like the old days of HTML. What have we got next? Oh, the video title. So that's putting it after the text of the link. Then we're putting in some space, and then we begin putting in the video descriptions, VDES, which was the value from value 2, 1 from Dict items, which came from the JSON file, which came from the thumbnail downloader code. It all fits. It all hangs together quite nicely because the video ID links all the way through. So then for what have we got? That was the progress bar, which is just a little bonus for you all, really. No, I put that in because if you download a channel with 200 videos, then you would just think it was hanging, and unless you went off and went for a walk, you'd just sit in your chair and you'd start pressing Control-Alt-Delete way too soon. All done. Check root folder for output PDF. Again, I could change that to be the name of the channel. And then if name equals main, PDF maker, list of directories, ask the user, make the PDF. So it needs a bit of tidying up, but it works. It works very well. So I've tested it with a YouTube channel with 200 videos, and it worked. The font isn't probably the nicest, so you could experiment with different fonts, but that may give you UTF errors, possibly. I don't know. I've managed to get it going with Deja Vu, which is an okay font, but I struggle with this because my my graphics adapter on my VM isn't fully optimized, so sometimes the fonts don't look amazing anyway. But there we see uni equals true. That's Unicode equals true. I think that's quite important. But if you take that out, it may break it. Not sure. You're obviously very welcome to download this experiment with it. Yeah, so what are some nice features about this if you're sort of looking to learn? Well, this little section, you probably won't see that. I'm sure there's a better way of doing it, but because of the structure of my JSON file, I found that this worked, because if this hadn't, I was thinking about this last night. Before I went to sleep, and I was thinking I might have to try and use zip, the zip function with 2 dictionaries, because I didn't want to loop within a loop, because then the second loop would loop too many times, if that makes sense. So yeah, zip was my other option, but in the end this worked, so I was picking out the values from the values, if that makes sense. Look up Nested Dictionaries. And there you have it. So yeah, it needs a bit of tidying up, and I probably will make it save the output PDF with the actual name of the name of the chosen folder. So let's close that, and you've seen the code run, which was nice. So let's just look at the GitHub page. I've done some nice sort of thumbnails, big thumbnails for you. Hopefully that gives you a very brief intro. YouTube, so there's, we're now looking at 3 programs. We have, again, this needs down. So the bit of code we've just been looking at, PDF_demo, probably we need to rename that just to make it a little bit more professional looking. PDF demo, so this is part 3 really. If you've been following me recently, you'll know that I'm an atrocious gangster rapper, but also you'll know that the first program I wrote was an attempt to use the YouTube API, so that was called ytapithumbget. The original intention was just to get the thumbnails, so then I realised I could get the descriptions, the video IDs, then using PyTube I fixed it to get the videos also. So that does all the downloading. The other one was update video. If you add some additional text to the descriptions when you download them with this program, you will then have the option to update all of the videos on your YouTube channel with amended descriptions, or shall I say appended. You can add text. In actual fact, you can, no, it's not append. You're actually replacing the text. So whatever you download here, you can either add to or take away from, and then you can upload it using this one. So this one relies on an API key. The update one relies on OAuth 2, which you can see in the video that I did a week or so ago for that. So download, upload, and this is a supplementary program which creates a multi-page PDF from all of your downloaded thumbnails and downloaded descriptions, which were created by this piece of code here. So I'll just let you just admire my lovely readme file, and github.com/rggh/rng, and I will leave it there because you're probably either bored, confused, or I don't know.